All right, race fans, let's talk about Wednesday, July 1st here at Delaware Park. We had a big 9-race card, couple fields on the turf. We had that carryover in the pick 5 starting race 3. That was over 5,000. Thanks to all our fans and bettors for showing up and making it happen. We did over 2 million today on the 9-race program. And of course, thanks to all our horsemen and horses for putting on a big show during the hot weather today. Let's get right to the racing action here in race 1. Race 1 would kick off the popular early pick 5. They bet over 43,000 into the early pick 5. We're going a flat mile on the main track. Main track was fast all afternoon. Turf was listed as good. Race 1's a double beat nickel for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's go to the voice at Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Wednesday's race 1.
Away and running. Winter's Ghost pinged the best. Montauk Point showing good early speed, and Morning Thoughts is right there too, past the 7.5. Azure Sky is committed to a 5-wide kick, and the rail belongs to Russian Hammer. The other gray is Secret Treasure. Then you have Vanzi also right there amongst that early congregation, and Nothing from Hardy Choice, who's a distant last. They race down to the 6 furlong point, and Winter's Ghost leads a posse in pursuit, and that one is tracked by Montauk Point and Morning Thoughts. Those are the first 3 past the 5.5. And deep on the track, Azure Skies covering a lot of ground in 4th. Up the inside, Russian Hammer shares 5th alongside a Secret Treasure. Vanzi's still second to last, and Hardy's Choice lost connection with the other 7. Midpoint of the backstretch run, Winter's Ghost still under the gun. The lukewarm favorite leads. Montauk Point right there applying the heat, no pun intended. Morning Thoughts goes very wide around the far turn run, and Russian Hammer has the run of the race if he can find the out. Secret Treasure looms behind them, and they go towards the 3 furlong pull, so Montauk Point inherits the lead, but here comes Morning Thoughts on the outside. Winter's Ghost is trying to fight back in 3rd, and Secret Treasure behind them in the black cap as they get towards the quarter pole. Morning Thoughts with this long, steady grind now takes the lead away. Battling on is Vanzi and Winter's Ghost, and they're homeward bound now, and Morning Thoughts is kicked away by a long 1-length lead. Russian Hammer emerges from out of the crowd, and Secret Treasure continues to battle away, 3 of them across the track, and here comes Secret Treasure with a mid-track charge, and Secret Treasure at 6-1 trying to press past Morning Thoughts. Morning Thoughts photos, and might have got it over Secret Treasure. Win photo in this morning's first.
Morning Thoughts wins a tight photo finish here in the Wednesday opener. He goes off at 9-2, and now the 7-year-old son of Air Force Blue, a 12-time winner. He's now made close to $250,000 in career earnings. Great ride by a top Maryland rider, Jevion Toledo, who rode for trainer Jonathan Maldonado. 9-2 the final price, the final odds here on Morning Thoughts. He paid $11 to win race 1. Let's take a look here at race 2 to kick off the early pick 4. Nice group of maiden special weight 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs. Let's check out the action from race 2.
Away and running. Good speed in the red cap for Gray Bowl. Deep on the track into Gage and America's Point. Showing some good early toe, and No More Kings is in that 4th place position. Witness Protection was in 5th and was headed by Clockwork, and Dioro Cavallo is last of all. So it's into Gage, who spearheads the field of the 4.5 and leads by 3/4 of a length. America's Point is on hold in that 2nd place position, and Gray Bull is trying to squeeze on through in between rivals and has a saloon passage now. Clockwork rides that rail trying to close in his No More Kings. Also right there is Witness Protection and Nothing from Dioro Cavallo. Here's the 5/16 pole, and into Gage continues the battle on bravely, and Gray Bull takes the fight to him. On the far outside, No More Kings gets grubbed upon to land 3rd, and Clockwork rides that rail. Heads turn for home, into Gage in hand and in command, and enjoying the warm summer day as kicked away by 2 open lengths. No More Kings is trying to get second. Gray Bull holds that position, and Clockwork rides that rail, but inside the final 16th of a mile, the favorite got it done. Into Gage was a polished-looking winner today. Gray Bull held second, No More Kings third, Clockwork was 4th.
Well, Into Gage had 3 fast gate works up at Penn National in preparation for his 3-year-old debut. His debut overall, it was a first-time starter today for trainer Mark Salvaggio. Enuel Beto, the winning ride on the 3-year-old son of Engage Went off 6-5 and paid $4.40 to win race 2. Let's take a look here at the third race. We'd kick off a pick 5 in race 3. The carryover was over 5,000. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. 5,000 starter allowance for filly and mares 3 and up. Optional claiming 10,000. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. Great speed on the outside from R. Avery Lynn. Rita Book is flashing good early toe, and Miguel's Bell already has the run of the race. And a line of 4 chase behind with Bella Prima up the inside. Dissolute is right there too. Then you have Dine and Dash, and deep on the track is Coco's Vivian. So it's all Rita Book past the 4 and shows away by 2 open lengths. R. Avery Lynn is going to have to close from off the pace today in second, and Miguel's Bell is deep on the track and starts to move nicely. Up the inside, Dissolute tries to get going in that 4th place position, and the 5/16 pole is just passed for Rita Book, who continues to lead, and she has a 2-length lead. R. Avery Lynn continues to chase. Miguel's Bell gets scrubbed upon, hasn't moved yet, and Coco's Vivian is trying to wind up, but goes very wide as they turn for home. Rita Book now pads that lead to 4. R. Avery Lynn continues to chase hard, and so does Miguel's Bell. Late on the scene is Coco's Vivian and Dine and Dash, but inside the final 100 yards, Rita Book is long gone, and another favorite's home. Rita Book has won it. Miguel's Bell got up for second. R. Avery Lynn was third, and Dine and Dash was fourth.
Rita Book, the nice 7-year-old mare by Uncaptured, gets her 10th lifetime victory. She's now made about $250,000 in career earnings. Nice ride there, jockey Jose Batista aboard Rita Book for trainer Victor Carrasco Jr. $340 the win price there on Rita Book. Let's take a look here at race 4. We'd kick off another pick 5 here in the 4th race. We're going a mile, 70 yards on the main track. 8,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 15,000. Filly and mares 3 and up. Let's see what happens here in race 4.
Away and running. Good level start. Speed on the inside from Golden EIB Microphone. CC Girl is going to keep her honest, and deep on the track is Chelsea Wall. Then you have Sister Supreme, who came away in 4th. Bracket rides that rail, and Ariana Valentina's last of the 6. They turn left, and the leader past the 7 furlong pole is CC Girl. Shows the way in a very slow pace too. Leads by 1.25 lengths. Chelsea Wall chases the speed in second, and Golden EIB Microphone's on a very tight hold with 6 furlongs left to go. So they spin out of the first turn past the 5.5, and CC Girl's the leader, leads 3/4 of a length. But Chelsea Wall is right there, going to make her work a little harder now with 5 furlongs to go. And Golden EIB Microphone trying to pop off the rail for clear sailing at the top 2. Brackets in between rivals. Ariana Valentina starts to come alive, and Sister Supreme is right there as well. Only 5 lengths would cover tip to tail. CC Girl continues to lead as Chelsea Wall continues the chase. Golden EIB Microphone is ready to pounce on these leaders in 3rd. Trying to close in his Sister Supreme from last to 4th in a blink of an eye, and the race just changed complexion midpoint around the 2nd turn as Golden EIB Microphone takes the lead with ease. Chelsea Wall's trying to re-rally in 2nd. CC Girl has nothing left. Sister Supreme is closing in along with Bracket as they turn for home. Golden EIB Microphone releases the brakes and leads by 2. Chelsea Wall continues a game chase in 2nd, and here comes the split from Bracket for the Miners. Inside the final 16th of a mile, Golden EIB Microphone deep on the track, but holding everyone at bay for the moment. Here's the finish photo, and Golden EIB Microphone got it and has now won 3 in a row.
Golden EIB Microphone gives trainer Jonathan Maldonado and jockey Javion Toledo their 2nd win together this afternoon. The 7-year-old mare by Keen Ice, now a 17-time winner. She's now made close to $350,000 in career earnings. She went off 3-2 and paid $5 to win race 4. Let's take a look here at race 5 to kick off the late pick 5. They bet over $51,000 into the late pick 5. Race 5's a maiden, $25,000 for straight 3-year-olds going a mile, 70 yards on a good turf course with the rail at 10 feet. Let's see what happens here in race 5.
Away and running. Good speed deep on the track for Andolin. Right next door to that one is Capitaine, the rail speed of Mr. Skinny, and Rum Rock is right there too as they link up with the main course. Star Medals in front of a couple. Bo Dean tries to pass that rival, and 5 minutes more got bumped soon after the start. So it's Andolin at the 6.5, shows the way by 2 open lengths. Mr. Skinny is on the hunt in second, and one path off the good rated sod is Capitaine in that third place position. A line of three chases that one, including Rum Rock, who protects rail position. Bodine is four wide in between rivals of Star Medal, and 5 minutes more is climbing hard under the rider's hands. So they really slacken the pace, and it's Andolin who crosses and clears but shows the way by only half a length. Mr. Skinny is right there trying to inject more pace in that second place spot, and Capitaine continues to lurk behind the both of them in third with 4 furlongs to go. Star Medal in the dark green caps on the far outside, and Rum Rock needs a place to race. Still second last is Bodine, and 5 minutes more whips him in. They turn left for the second time, and it's still Andolin who makes play, shows the way by one. But getting closer on the outside, here comes the strides of Capitaine. And now Star Medal starts to glide up to the both of them. Mr. Skinny tries to dig deep and find more, and Bodine tries to close in as they come to the top of the stretch. A three-wide Star Medal confronts these long-time leaders. In between rivals, Capitaine digs down deep. Rum Rock is trying to close into for that fourth place position. A 16th to go. Capitaine, the heavy favorite, scoots away from Star Medal, Andolin, and Rum Rock. It's Capitaine's win, who wins well. Star Medal a good second, Rum Rock third, and Andolin was fourth.
Capitaine breaks his maiden in his sixth career start for trainer Cal Lynch. The 3-year-old son of Instagram went off at 4-5 and paid $3.80 to win race 5. Nice winning ride there by veteran jockey Danny Centeno. $3.80 on Capitaine for the win. The early pick 5 paid $467.85. Let's take a look here at race 6 to kick off the late pick 4. They bet over 43,000 into the late pick 4. Race 6, a nice first level allowance condition for 3-year-olds and upward, going a mile 70 yards on the main track. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Bobbling start for Jasper's Pride. Great speed from El Golden Boy. Mr. Ripple is right there, and Risk Factor is set hard, and the pace is hot. Embrace My Uncle comes away in fourth with Sundays with Sandy, and Jasper Pride goes 5 wide as they go around the first turn. So it's El Golden Boy leaving the rail ride open for Risk Factor, who doesn't want to punch on through, and Mr. Ripple is right there too. Sundays with Sandy. Deep loops up on the far outside to be in that third place position, and Embrace My Uncle chases the top quartet in that fifth place spot, and Jasper Pride continues to be relegated at the back of the pack. So it's all El Golden Boy from here on out. Passes the 5-furlong pole and leads by a long neck. Mr. Ripple right there, and the jockey hasn't moved an inch just yet. In the meantime, Sundays with Sandy gets the reins shaken to stay with the speed. Risk Factor continues to protect the rail, and Embrace My Uncle's in between rivals, and nothing yet from Jasper's Pride. 3.5 furlongs to go. El Golden Boy calls the shots, but Mr. Ripple, smooth as silk, getting ready to take over the lead. Now moving into third is Embrace My Uncle in front of Risk Factor. Sundays with Sandy is dropped to dead last, and Jasper's Pride picks off that rival. There's 440 yards left to go, and Mr. Ripple asks for a bit more, now kicks away. Up the fence, El Golden Boy, and a wide trip for Embrace My Uncle as they turn for home. Mr. Ripple rolls off the turn with a 3-length lead. Embrace My Uncle making inroads late inside the furlong grounds. Mr. Ripple holding on by 1. Embrace My Uncle going 2 to its every 1. Embrace My Uncle's gonna get there. Embrace My Uncle. Timed that to a T to beat Mr. Ripple, El Golden Boy, and Jasper's Pride.
Embrace My Uncle with a big late surge gets up to give jockey Jose Batista his second win of the day, the fourth win of the meet from the Christopher Seal barn. They're doing well. Embrace My Uncle went off 7-2, paid $9.60. Now the 9-year-old son of Shanghai Bobby, a 12-time winner. He's now made over $300,000 in career earnings. Let's take a look here at race 7 to kick off the final pick 3 of the day. Nice maiden special weight for 3-year-olds and upward, going a mile and a 16th on the turf, listed as good with the rail setting at 10 feet. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running. Good speed in the pink cap for Orange Road. There's the rail speed of Pure Octane, and deep on the track, President Camacho's right there too. So those are the first three as they settle down. In the 3 path, it's Call Me a Taxi who came away in 4th. Practical Joker, who was the one who was reluctant to load in that joint 4th place position. Drop shots in front of 1, and Citrine has to close from out of the cloud. 6.5 furlongs to go. President Camacho goes a little wide off the fence, and Orange Road stays at that plastic rail of the 6 furlong pole, and these two guys have spaced the others by at least 3. Pure Octane has no excuses in 3rd on a well spread out field, and Practical Joker 6 lengths down off the speed. There's a gap of 3 back to Drop Shot, then Call Me a Taxi, and Citrine already gets a reminder to stay on the speed. A new leader, President Camacho, kicks away and leads by almost 2. Now Orange Road starts to back up fast, and Pure Octane is closing in nicely, and so is Practical Joker. 3 lengths down to Drop Shot, who tracks in that 5th place position. Citrine now responds and has 1 beaten, and Call Me a Taxi's last of all. So President Camacho starts to plummet through the pack, and Pure Octane's the one they gotta catch, leads 3/4 of a length. Practical Joker is fully stretched in that 2nd place position. Orange Road just picked off President Camacho and trying to close in his Drop Shot. His head's turned for home. Pure Octane has built up a sizable lead, hugs that corner, shoots away by 2. Practical Joker continues the charge, and here comes Drop Shot in the middle of the track. They're at the 16th pole. Pure Octane is huffing and puffing, still holding on. Practical Joker's starting to stretch those legs now, and Practical Joker has won it. Pure Octane 2nd, Drop Shot 3rd, and Orange Road was 4th.
Practical Joker gets up in the final strides with Julio Hernandez aboard for trainer Michael Stidham. The 3-year-old colt by Practical Joke breaks his maiden in his 6th career start. He went off 3-1, paid $8.80. If you played my pick 3 that started race 3, it was a $60 ticket, and the ticket hit. The pick 5 paid $237.45. Congratulations if you played along. Let's take a look here at race 8. A nice 2 other than allowance feature of the day for filly mares 3 and up, going 6 furlongs on the main track. Let's see what happens here in the Wednesday feature.
Away and running. Good speed on the outside for Embrace the Moment, who has a nice, cozy advantage over Sassafrasness. Hugh gets closer up the inside as Embrace the Moment is very wide down the back of the track, and Scarifier's last of all. So now up the inside, Hugh to take the initiative, and Sassafrasness is in between rivals, but Embrace the Moment has all the momentum, and Julio Hernandez hasn't moved an inch just yet, and acres of space back to Scarifier, who's faced with a tall order. 3.5 furlongs to go. The heavy favorite Embrace the Moment finally saves some ground, and Sassafrasness is going to take a shot at her lonesome speed. Hugh has nowhere to give, and the long shot Scarifier is left with a daunting task. Here's the quarter pole. Embrace the Moment continues the race off the fence, and Sassafrasness is poised to take her on. The 2 heavyweights slug it out, and there goes Sassafrasness, who can wait no more, and Sassafrasness now takes the lead. Embrace the Moment asked for a bit more and had nothing in response. Sassafrasness, the 2nd choice at 8-5, going very smoothly. Sassafrasness with an excellent win today. Embrace the Moment 2nd, Scarifier 3rd, Hugh finished 4th.
Well, the 3-year-old filly Embrace the Moment had a big 91 buyer coming into today's race, so that's why she went off 2-5. But the 4-year-old filly Sassafrasness wasn't having any of that. The 4-year-old daughter of Unified picks up her 9th lifetime win from 18 starts. She's a 6-time winner from 8 starts here at Delaware. She's now made close to $300,000 in career earnings. She paid $5.20 to win for trainer Jamie Ness and jockey Paco Lopez. This filly a homebred for trainer Jamie Ness, bred by Jagger Inc. in Maryland. The pick 5 paid $249.85. Let's take a look here at the 9th and final race from Wednesday. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 7,500, 3 and up, never won 3. Let's see what happens here in race 9.
Away and running. Good speed on the outside for Battle Warrior. In between rivals, Singala's King is right there too. He side-eye mixes it up, and Boers also adds fuel to the fire. Blazing Bucaro takes the back trail to be passed by two, which is Federal Exchange and Good News Rocket. And Develop Products last of all, so they couldn't be going any faster. Singala's King takes the fight to Boers at the 3.5, and they've kicked away by almost 2. Here comes Good News Rocket with an inside trip. Deep outside, Battle Warriors closing into it nicely. Blazing Bucaro in the house black moves with a menacing rush, and now up the inside, he's side-eyed, has 2 beaten, which is Federal Exchange and Develop Product. Heads turn for home. Singala's King pushes come to shove, and Blazing Bucaro takes that outside trail. In between rivals, Battle Warrior, the rail split comes from Boers. Deep on the track, Federal Exchange is closing in 2 with Develop Product. It's Blazing Bucaro who kicks for the money and has an uncatchable lead. Blazing Bucaro has won it. Develop Product rallied from last to get second. Federal Exchange was third. Battle Warrior was fourth.
Blazing Bucaro would give jockey Paco Lopez his second win of the day. Wins for trainer Steve Glaceres, the 5-year-old son of Buchero, now a 3-time winner who's made close to $100,000 in career earnings. He paid $820 to win race 9. The late pick 5 paid $463.20. Congratulations if you had that. Let's get a quick break. When we come back, I'll tell you about the big day we have coming up for you this Saturday, July 4th. All right, welcome back. Here's the plan for the rest of the week. Live racing has been canceled for Thursday and Friday. Live racing will resume this Saturday. The first race post time is 10 o'clock, so early 10 o'clock a.m. post time for the first race on Saturday. We're going to have 6 live thoroughbred races on Saturday, and we're also going to have our big July 4th celebration, our second annual Safari Sprint live wild exotic animal races on Saturday. The first race will be the ostriches at 12 o'clock, Henhouse Harry in there. Then at 1 o'clock we'll have the zebras, Stars and Stripes versus Prison Break, and a couple others in there. And then at 2 o'clock we'll have the camels, Humpty Dumpty, Sahara Sam, and a couple others in the camel race. So races at 12, 1, and 2 for the, let me just double check that, yeah, 12, 1, and 2 o'clock for the exotic animal races, the camels, zebras, and ostriches. They'll all be here on Saturday. Hope you can join us. First race post time is 10 o'clock. Thanks to all our fans and bettors for making it happen on Wednesday. Our handle for Wednesday, little over $2 million. Not bad considering how hot it was. Thanks again for making it happen. Thanks to all our horsemen and horses for putting on a great show in the hot weather. Have a great night. Stay cool the next couple of days, and we hope to see you here on Saturday.
There's only one